Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Buns. Welcome back to the Road to Gladiator. Tonight we have an arena gameplay breakdown for Rogue. We're doing 3v3 arenas, and for the first time this expansion, I got to play Thug, which is Rogue, Hunter, and in this case scenario, we played with a Priest. We played as Disc Priest, Survival Hunter, Subtlety Rogue. This was a ton of fun. I've never played this before in any expansion, so this is my first time ever playing this comp today, and it was a lot different than what it would previously be in different expansions because survival is a melee, it's a melee spec now. So you do a lot of damage up in their face, and you both have to be on target. It was a lot of fun. This is a comp that surprised me in some areas because I really, going into it, didn't think that it would be all that good. I was playing with two buddies that we were trying to find another comp that we could play between all of our characters, and we decided that we'd give Thug a go. The really cool thing about Thug is that it synergizes very well with specifically Subtlety Rogue because Survival brings a mortal strike to the table, so I don't have to play Assassination. And playing with Disc Priest, that's very important because as sub, I have more sustain damage, I have more control, and can help out alleviate some pressure from our Disc Priest with stun lockdowns and also create opportunities with blind. The great thing about playing with Survival Hunter is when he traps, it allows me the opportunity in some situations to be able to go over and sap off, which is very cool because there's not too many melee DPS in the game that create an opportunity for me as a Subtlety Rogue to actually sap off of something that a melee character does. So it's very cool. Even though it is on the same DR, it helps us chain kills where we can go in, trap, into resap, into blind, into stun. Lots of CC. It was a ton of fun to play, and this is my first take ever playing it, so I'm going to break down and talk about some of the games that we had this afternoon. Let's get into it, guys. In this first match of the night, we're playing against Enhanced, Ret Paladin, Mistweaver, and our plan for the matchup is to target this Enhanced Shaman and put as much pressure on him as possible while getting some off peels on the Ret, keeping and sustaining pressure onto this Mistweaver. I immediately go out and get a sap onto the Mistweaver, and I use my Shadow Step back to stun up this Shaman. We immediately get his Trinket, which is great for us because we're going to be able to put him into re-stuns later into the game where he won't be able to Trinket out of that, and I put a blind onto the Monk, forcing his Trinket. Now here we are able to land a freezing trap off of that as well too, which is going to be halved because it's on the same DR as Sap. I end up getting capped. I'm going to use my Trinket here, but we're in a good position because we got Bop and Trinket from the Mistweaver, and there's no Trinket for the Shaman available. So at this point, we're kiting out, and I see a lot of damage coming my way, so I do get gripped out, and Aurora Sacrifice is put on top of me as well too, and I'm going for a re-stealth here to try to get myself situated. Now the red here is on DR, so I'm not going to open on him and get stuns off because it wouldn't be worth it at this point, so I'm going to immediately go onto the Shaman, get him into full stuns to get our pressure going, and the Monk does a good job at jumping in and getting a stun onto all of us to try to create some pressure. Now we do land a freezing trap off of him, and one of the great things about this comp is I can sap off of freezing traps, which is a great way for us to help snowball synergy, and I follow that up with a kidney, and we are able to land the kill. In this opportunity, our Hunter was able to set us up with the freezing trap for me to follow it up with a resap off, which is a very cool synergy between the two classes to help get yourself some momentum in the matchup. In this next matchup, we're playing against Enhanced Shaman, Boomkin, Restoration Shaman. Now, we want to go on this Boomkin, but we keep in mind that if he's just going to sit bear form and mitigate our damage, that we also can go on either the Enhance or the Resto. Now, immediately I'm looking to get a sap on the Restoration Shaman, but I take my pathing to not get pulled out by a possible Earthbind. With that happening, I end up not being able to get the sap, so I'm using my blind right off the bat as our go. Open onto this Druid with stuns, and I go over and look for a resap off. We get his Trinket, so I follow it up with a stun into a restun off of that, and it creates an opportunity for us to land a kill. I'm using a Trinket onto the Bash, and we end up getting the trap off onto the Shaman, and I follow it up with a resap for an easy kill. Once again, the trap creating opportunities for us to capitalize on the enemy Shaman's late Trinket that forced that entire situation, helping us land that kill on the Boomkin. In the following matchup, we're playing against Mistweaver, Frost Decay, Affliction Lock. As Thug Cleave with a Disc Priest, we have a limited time window to be able to secure a kill. Our focus is going to go onto the Warlock to mitigate his damage and be able to capitalize on an early kill. Now, I don't sprint right off of the bat, and I end up missing this gate, which is my fault on that. I kind of zoned out and was like, oh, he's going to pet bug with his pet, but then he didn't, and then he got the gate off, so I was like, that's awkward. In the future, I need to be able to recognize that and get that. We end up getting the opener with an open stun onto the Warlock, and we create a lot of early pressure. Now, here, we end up getting the Monk's Trinket, which is great for us because we can end up CCing this into a blind later in the matchup. So out of this fear, I immediately go and blind on the Mistweaver, which is going to create an opportunity for us to gain some momentum. So I'm putting damage into this Warlock right now, and I'm keeping in mind that we have a limited amount of time to be able to secure this kill. So I see that the DK is using some big offensive cooldowns right here, and I do go ahead and use my Cloak of Shadows to kind of mitigate some of that damage. Following up with a full kidney onto the Monk to allow my Hunter to get a trap onto him. This is our all-in right now. Our Priest throws down Holy Barrier. I'm able to just barely get a resap onto the Mistweaver, and we secure the kill onto the Warlock. For our final match of the night, we're playing against Ellie Shaman, Destruction Lock, Restoration Druid. Against this matchup, you have two casters that can do a high amount of burst damage with their spells. The catches with Warlock is their Chaos Bolts are casted. So against this composition, you definitely want to go on the Destruction Warlock. Now right now, I'm looking for an opportunity to try to catch their Druid in stealth and land a sap onto him to create a great opener for us. It is important to take the time, if you can afford it, to land the sap onto the Druid, as it will create a lot of momentum. So I'm telling my team, let's be patient right now. We can wait to get this, and we're hanging back. I'm trying to look for this Druid, being very persistent about it. And we end up catching him here just on the pillar, creating a great opportunity for us to get an opener. With the full sap onto the Druid, I'm able to open onto the Warlock, keeping him stun locked down, and I'm able to sap off of that, cloaking the stun and the root to get the final sap, and I'm going to use blind off of that to force the Druid's Trinket. Now I go over there looking for a kidney to give my Priest an opportunity to run in here and land a fear off of that. With the lock using cooldowns right now, I do get Feign up, and we're able to sustain through this damage, locking him down once again in stuns. I'm going over and pressuring the Ellie Shaman. The Druid lands a clone. A great job by my Hunter by able to capitalize off of that and land a freezing trap on top of him to start our CC chain once again. And with no trinket, I'm able to go over, resap, and we secure a kill onto the Warlock. Thank you guys for watching the video. Had a ton of fun today being able to play this, and it was so nice that we were able to find another comp between the three of us that we could queue. I was very surprised to even see myself enjoying the games that we played today, to be really honest. I'd never played this before, and I had a feeling that I was going to underperform, but we did way better than I thought we were going to do, and it's something that I'm looking forward to trying again going into the future and see if we can get any better at it as well too. But it was definitely a good start and a great first day. Dudes, thank you for all the support. As always, I will catch you guys on the live stream during the afternoon or in the next video. Peace. Keep it easy, everyone. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, guys? It's Buns. Welcome back to the Road to Gladiator. Tonight, I have some Ellie DK Priest games I was able to play yesterday afternoon on stream. This is a very fun comp for any of you guys that are playing.